Welcome to the Den of Tools.
Howdy ho, guys and gals, it's Red, your friendly neighborhood tool bear, back again here in the Den of Tools, and we're back with part 3 in our Memorial Day sales, and of course that means we're looking at the sale over at the old Harbor Freight. Now, I know before we jump into it, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is, there is no 20% off coupons anymore. They're gone. They said they were going to be rolling them out every so often. I had high expectations that this would be a so often kind of occasion. Apparently it's not. But that said, there are still some great deals out there to get. So let's take a look at some of them. Let's jump into it. All right, we got a bunch of stuff here, and not everything that's on sale is actually listed. There's 143 items in the flyer, the online flyer. They're saying there's over 1,000 items in total, but these are the high points and stuff. All right, first up, we got the Pittsburgh 3-ton low-profile rapid pump floor jack. Yeah, they used to be gray. They turned them to red, a couple years ago or something like that. Anyway, $100 on that one. That is kind of the buy-it price on that. I think the old gray ones used to go down to $90 since they turned them to the version 2. I don't think we ever really see them at that price. We got the U.S. flag here for $6.99. This is the U.S. not made in the U.S. kind of flag. Do I have one of these? Yes. What do I use it for? I use it for when I think like if you're going to mount it to your truck or something like that. I don't want to have a good flag get tattered and stuff like that. Anyway, they do also sell a made in the USA flag. Apparently it's not on sale for Memorial Day. Ratchet straps. These are decent. I use these as like secondary or light duty kind of ratchet straps. I wouldn't hold down any big heavy loads with these things. The Avanti airless paint sprayer there. This is actually a pretty decent line. This is the upgrade of their old, the airless paint sprayers that they've had, which they had a great reputation for to begin with. The Avanti line has just stepped that up a bunch. We have the Drill Master angle grinder there for $10. That, again, that's the price we used to see it at, all right? A lot of people are saying, oh, the prices are going crazy. They got rid of the coupons. Now everything's more expensive. No, they just have the same sales. It's still out there. $10 on your angle grinder. How about this? This 24-inch shop fan for $118. Now, they have gone cheaper than this by, I think it was like $10 or $15. But that was in I think it was September last year. So that's one of those after season kind of things. Because who's buying these for winter? No one, all right? You wait until spring, until summer, and the heat starts hitting. You're not going to get the full sale price on those. Sorry. The Armstrong TV panel. These things are great. Now, this is not the cheapest. I've seen them, I think long ago, I saw them for as low as $10. A year or so ago, I think they were $15. Anyway, they're still far cheaper than the alternative that's out there in most cases. I've mounted a bunch of TVs either in my house and at friends' houses and stuff with these things. They work great. We got the Predator auger here. This is the best price we've seen, I think, in about a year on this. Or $200, and that is a gas power, of course, using the Predator motor up there. Then we got the Daytona 3-ton low-profile professional rapid pump floor jack, a $125. Great floor jack, not the best sale price. I think it normally is like $5 less than that. Like $119 is the good sale price on that. So, I mean, it's not a bad pump at that price, or not a bad pump, a bad jack at that price, but it is not the best sale price. We got the new Viking stuff, the new Centec. I haven't tried this. If you've tried the new Centec stuff, let me know what you think about it. In the past, I've not been pleased with the Centec stuff. All the Viking stuff I've tried has been top-notch. Zurich. All right, some people ask what's been going on with Zurich. A lot of the stuff's been disappearing. It's on closeout. I asked Harbor Freight, and they said that they're basically revamping. Version 2 is coming out. The Ames instrument thermometer here, that's a pretty decent laser thermometer. It's better made than most of the cheap $20 ones. If you can get a laser thermometer at $20 and it's decent, that's a good buy right there. All right, we got more Viking stuff. We got the AC manifold, the transfer pump, funnel sets, all this, microfiber cloths. Yes. Now, these aren't the ones that used to be free, the little tiny ones. These are the standard 12 by 12 ones. And $4 is, I think, what we all used to pay for them. The Nitro gloves have gotten pricey, haven't they? I don't know if they can just charge more or if it's a supply line kind of thing, like they're paying more, so they're passing the costs on to you. I'm not sure. We got the new Badlands 12,000-pound steel rope with wireless remote for $500. This This is a nice little ATV winch. Now it's $60, which is kind of like the average sale price on this. Not the best price you're ever going to see on it. Here's what I'm going to say on these. Wait and keep checking the open box table at your local stores, because these things come back a lot. I think a lot of people buy them. They see it as being cheap. They're like, oh, I'm going to throw that on my truck or something. And they don't realize that 2,500 pounds isn't really like, Jeep level kind of strength. I don't know. Anyway, you get them a lot in the open box kind of stuff. So take a look, keep an eye out for those. All right, the Haulmaster, I got to tell you, these things, if you've got a trailer and you don't have one of these swing arm jacks on it, you got to do it, because it makes managing that trailer so much easier. So much easier. The Predator pressure washer here, 3,100 PSI. This is, again, a gas-powered pressure washer, and it at $350. That's a great price on that. I don't think we've seen that price in over a year at this point. The Atlas, we got that. Let's see what else we got. We got the tarps. The blue tarps. When they were free, great deal. Here's the thing with the blue tarps. Blue tarps are for putting over something that is just going to keep like some light rain off, okay? Something like that. They're not heavy duty. If you're going to get high winds, or if you're going to be putting it on a trailer or something like that, you got to step up to these tarps. These things are fantastic. I've trucked my trailer, you guys have probably seen it on the channel, back and forth between Nevada and Montana with my trailer covered with these tarps, and they hold up. These things get ripped to shreds. I haven't tried the new HFT ones. These things look like they're super heavy duty. I don't know. There's the new Fortress pancake compressor for $129. Then we got these. Now, these are all, as far as I understand, being closed out. It's interesting to see them on the Memorial Day sale. My understanding is they're going to get replaced, or maybe they'll just go away. Not sure. We got the Earthquake. Now, again, this is another one of these. It's a decent price. It's not the best price you'll ever see. But I will say this. If you're looking for an air torque wrench for home shop, DIY level kind of stuff, this is not terrible. This is a good, solid torque wrench for $100. All right, moving along. So speaking of good and solid, this spray gun is not a bad spray gun, especially at $13. That's insane. The Merlin Air Kit here. I like this kit, man. I have had a bunch of the Chicago Electric and very similar, not Chicago Electric, Chicago Pneumatic, and very similar ones from other shops. And they're all meh. This is a much better, the hose on this is so much better than that yellow plastic. Is it PVC kind of hose? I don't know, but it's terrible. Diablo, speaking of good hoses, these Diablo hoses are excellent. If you like prosumer grade, they're not the top of the line, but they are very good for what they are. All right, the hose reel there. Now you're going back down to the Central Pneumatic. I have a problem with that Central Pneumatic Chicago Electric thing. Anyway, Central Pneumatic, and because there's a Chicago Pneumatic out there, and that's why I always bumble over that. Anyway, so not from Harbor Freight, by the way. Anyway, 6 for home shop. That's not a bad deal on a hose reel. This used to be $20. That was the cheap one we see for $20. It's up to $23. Now remember, of course, there is no inflation. Don't remember, that's just a figment of your imagination. That's not actually happening here. Just keep that in mind. All right, U.S. General. Speaking of which, U.S. General 4-drawer tech carts here, $180. Ouch. That is pricey. Now, the 5 drawers are like $230 now, or $240. It's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with the carts. It's, again, we've talked about the supply line issues. We've talked about, the lack that there is absolutely no inflation, and that, steel prices aren't going up and none of that stuff. By the way, that's entirely sarcastic. Just as a comparison, I went over and I'm like, well, if these are going up, is it affecting Snappy over there? And if you look at the Blue Point, this is their 4-drawer tech cart. It is $945. That, I think it was like 2 years ago, was in the $700 range, if I'm not mistaken, when I last looked. Here's the one thing. I went on the whole Wayback Machine. If you guys don't know, that there's an internet site that archives most websites. And I entered this website into, this is Snap-on's official online catalog. I entered it into the Wayback Machine, and I got this. Page is not available. The only way that happens on large pages is if you put something in your metadata that tells the spider crawler thing that searches all these to not cover your page. That means that Snap-on has gone out of their way to block the Wayback Machine from archiving their sales numbers. That's shady, man. I'm sorry, but it is. All right, next up, we got the Pittsburgh Mechanics Toolkit here, 225 piece for $100. The Bear's often not a big fan of the toolkits, but I know a lot of you guys are. And here's what I'm going to say about this. It's not as pretty as like one of those Mechanics cube boxes you see from everyone else. Craftsman, Cobalt, tons of people have these cube boxes, and they're cool looking, and they have the nice drawers and stuff. Here's what I'm going to say about these. If you're looking for something that's actually portable, these are not great for that. Why? Because these drawers don't lock in place, and I've picked them up, had my tools slide out and go everywhere. Playing tool pickup is not a fun job. This thing comes in a briefcase kind of looking thing. You get as 225 pieces. I think this is about 227, something like that. Get the same amount of tools. It has about the same amount of filler in it. You get 3 ratchets. You get you get your deep and your shallow, your SAE and your metric stuff. I get for $100. I know a lot of people like this set. It's not a set I use, but that's what I'm just passing along the information that I have for you. This set right here below it, though, this is a great starter set. $30. You get the 3 ratchets again. You get your deeps and your shallows. You get your SA for just getting started, getting some sockets in, and being able to do some basic work. There's going to be skips in here. There's going to be all that kind of stuff. But for the basic starter kind of stuff or an emergency kit at $30, that's a nice one to have. These screwdriver kits, these have been all over the place. Everybody seems to sell them. $20 seems to be the good sale price on those. So if you're looking for one of those, you might want to consider that. We got the Pittsburgh breaker bar here for $8.99. Now, it's not the nice one with the comfort grit handle and all that kind of stuff, but still a 18-inch breaker bar for $9. Screwdriver's $1. It's $1. Come on. These are the ones I always say avoid. These Pittsburgh ones, I hate these things. The little plastic handles on these will torque or twist on you. Don't even bother with those. 3/8 quick release ratchet here for $8.68. This is a decent home gamer kind of ratchet. The staple gun, I've used one of these staple guns for years up until I got my electric one. I use it for going out to the facility where we do our long hole paper punching. That's typically, I ran classes for years using these. The staple gun works just fine. Pry bar set, I haven't used this pry bar set. I do, honestly, here's my take on it. I do try to buy American when I think the price is being reasonable and they're not gouging on it. Walmart sells a set of pry bars that are made in the U.S. I'm not sure where these are made, but if somebody knows, I'd be happy to talk about it some more with you. But put a comment down below or something. But at that price, I'm going to go over to Walmart and get the made in the U.S. set. I don't know. They just changed with all that heart stuff coming in. Maybe they don't have it anymore. Oh, the Gordon survival knife for $6.99. Come on, you want to be Rambo. I don't know if it has the compass in the end, but it does have the survival kit in the handle. You need this. Thunderbolt Edge. Okay, I've given Harbor Freight batteries, the yellow ones, a hard time, and they've earned it. These are good batteries. These are solid batteries. I use them a lot, actually. We got the Armstrong full tilt motion one. I have not used this one. If you had, I'd like to hear from you. This, though, the Bauer 8mm random order 6-inch DA polisher sander. For the guys who are really into taking care of their cars and doing their own polishing and detailing and stuff, this had a cult following when it was the Chicago Electric. Since they replaced it with the Bauer, most people, the general assumption is it's a little bit better. It's good and solid, and at $50, this is the cheapest price I've seen on it. If you've seen a cheaper price, I want to see a link to it because I've not seen a cheaper price than $50 on that thing. That I'm actually thinking about buying one at that. All right, the Warrior 12 volt here. This thing is a fantastically terrible drill. I'm sorry. I want to like the Warrior stuff. I love seeing low priced entry stuff. This thing is gutless. Harbor Freight sent me one to do a review on it. I have not done a review. I tried to show stuff, there's only so many reviews and videos I can do in a day. So I try to show the stuff that works. If I don't talk about it, it's usually because it doesn't work. Maybe I should do a video on it just to keep people from buying it because I'm sorry, guys. They missed the mark on this one. One they didn't miss the mark on, and they haven't for a long time. This has been a workhorse of one, and $20 is the average. When I say average, it is the buy price on this. That is the low price. Tell me that Harbor Freight's, gouging prices and stuff. I'm sitting here going, this is the quintessential cheap corded recip saw for $20, and that's what it always is. That's a great recip saw to have for the average homeowner, DIYer kind of stuff. Man, if you run it and it starts getting super hot, set it down, give it a coffee break, let it cool off. That's the same with that $10 grinder. People were like, I bought that and burned it out the first time I used it. Like, what were you doing with it? He said, I was grinding steel, ran it for 30 minutes, it died. Really? You ran it for 30 minutes straight and it died? I can't imagine. Warrior blades, avoid at all costs. No, get good blades. It's what I always say. It's like your car. You're not going to buy a Ferrari and put tires off a Wish on it, right? No, it's where the rubber meets the road. A cheap tool with good blades will outperform a top-notch tool with cheap blades every single time. All right, spend money. Get the less expensive recip saw. Sure, do that. Buy good blades, not these. Titanium drill bits. Now, this is why I will say this. $10. These are not great drill bits, but they're not terrible drill bits either. They're for everyday kind of stuff. They're fantastic. And if I break a bit, I don't cry one single little bear tear over it because it was $10 for the set. I've got boxes of these things all over the place. These Warrior titanium step bits, they're not terrible. They're not terrible, especially for $8. The Warrior, I don't know if it's, I used to have a bunch of the old ones. I got so many of these things lying around. I don't even remember where I got them all from, but at $2. All right, we got the stands. We got the Chicago Electric for $100. These are miter saw stands, of course. We got the Warrior for $49.99. Great price on that, right? Just fair warning, up to 10-inch saws. You're not going to put a 12-inch saw on that. The Hercules, this thing has been phenomenal. Now, they sent me this a few years ago. It was 2.5 years ago. Remember, I've been talking about Harbor Freight for 5+ years on the channel. And they first reached out to me about 2.5 years ago. And what they sent me was the Hercules miter saw and this stand. And I still have that saw on this stand. And I move it a lot, okay? Because we don't have a lot of space. So you can leave the saw attached to this, fold it down, and roll it away and everything, and set it back up. It's never left this setup, and it still holds up. This thing's fantastic. The Vulcan over here. It's a decent price. It's not the best price. It's gotten, I think it's down to just under $900 at times. I think it's been about a year, maybe 8 months. Here's the problem with it. Let me open this up and show you. If you want to get this, I was gonna say I think it was before last Christmas that it went down to that price. And if you order it now, you're gonna wait until, well, not quite Christmas. Not expected to ship until September 20th. The Chicago Electric auto darkening helmets. I have the Vulcan one. I think it's great. I love the auto darkening with the solar feature and everything on it. I've not tried this one. If you've got it, I mean, the blue flames make it look super cool, right? Anyway, $38. And people are like, I wouldn't trust my eyes to blah, blah. Lots of people have done timed testing on these things, and they're spot on with everybody else, all right? Sorry, but that's just the fact. They do a fine job. 350-pound capacity welding cart for $100. Again, that's a good price on that one. Getting back down to those pre-COVID kind of prices. The Bauer 14-gallon wet dry vac. These Bauer vacuums are fantastic. $89.99. Now, here's the thing. A lot of you probably saw the thing over on Project Farm. He did some great testing on this. I compared it to the Rigid. I was blown away. I thought the Rigid was going to eat its lunch. And you watch the video for yourself. You don't need to hear me tell you what I think. You can see it. That's what we do. We show you, let you draw your own conclusions. But that said, this thing is half the price of the DeWalt, which is the only one that really outdid the Bauer. Bauer beat everything else. It beat the Craftsman. It beat the Rigid. It beat everybody. It's a great shop vac at a great price. Now, I just want to say this. If you're like, well, DeWalt, you get what you pay for, blah, blah, blah. DeWalt doesn't even make their own shop vacs, people. Alton does, all right? Look at this. Briggs & Stratton. There's the Stanley, looks same as the DeWalt. Oh, look, there's the DeWalt. All right, I know this because I've had these people send me stuff, all right? I've had them send me this equipment. They do have a warehouse in Chicago, but they're based out of Asia. All right, that I just some people they don't think when they make these comments, and they don't take any time to find out if what they're spouting is true or not. The Apache, I gotta tell you, everything I've used from the Apache line has been fantastic. I like Pelican. Pelican's great. I can't afford to buy all Pelican stuff. Can you? If you can, great. Good on you. The Bunker Hill. Great little ammo boxes. $8.99. What are you smoking? That's ridiculous. $9 for that. Or $8. Oh, it's $1 off. These are normally like $2.99 or something when they go on sale. That's an outrageous price. Well, but that's the thing on all Harbor Freight sales, and it's always been like this. Not everything is a great price on the sale. Basically, a third of the stuff is a good price, half the stuff is an okay price, and the other third is what were they thinking? Talk about good prices. $1.99, the magnetic toolbar. Yes, you used to be able to get these free. I'll be honest, I've been doing this a long time, guys. You didn't often see the free toolbar up there, okay? So $2, that's not a bad price. The ShopLite, $25, the 5500 lumen, the linkable. This isn't the basic one that we normally see. It used to be $20 and now goes on sale for like $17, $18. This is the linkable one. You can link up to 8 of these things together. A lot of people were like, oh, buy the ones off of Costco. Go get these. They're the same thing but cheaper or blah, blah, blah. Well, I've seen a lot of comments from people who bought those and they're dying. Go over to the Facebook page, take a look at it, and you'll probably find a post of someone who's linked one up and said, I bought this. It was great for about a year, and now half the strip is dead. Braun 1000 lumen. It's probably why it ended up at Costco. Braun 1000 lumen LED work light for $20. These are kind of new. I haven't had a chance to try one. If you had, I'd like to hear about it. How about this? The Braun 390 lumen magnetic slim bar folding work light. When this came out, it made a huge splash because it was competing against like Snap-on and some of the other industry tool lights for professional mechanics, and people loved it. They say it works great. And since then, Harbor Freight has updated it, made it even better. This is the best price we've seen on this in almost 2 years. $20. That's the old school buy it sale price, all right? Don't tell me Harbor Freight doesn't have any good deals anymore. That's a fantastic light at a fantastic price. The quantum headlamps, these things, I'm not a fan of these. Let's see here. The Luminaire, these things are great for mood lighting outside. They're not going to provide you a ton of light, but if you just need like some ambient lighting around the porch or the deck or something, not bad. This thing will put your eyes out. Don't look directly into the sun because this is the sun in a box at $4. It's fantastic, really. Rope lights, these things, I hate these things. I hate them. I hope they all get eaten by weed whackers. I don't know. I don't like them. I don't know why. I don't know. The LED work light, it's $1. It should be free. That's all there is to it. It should be free. The sawhorses. These are not great sawhorses, but for $12, $13. Let's see here. Oh, actually, these might actually be great sawhorses. Sorry, I didn't realize this was not the same one. This is the one I have over here with the red top on it. I don't know. I haven't tried these. They might 500 pound. They might be good. These are like your secondary sawhorses. Maybe you set up as a table or secondary. Don't use for primary kind of stuff. They're not the heaviest things in the world. We got the step stool here for $19.99. We got the Franklin 2-step ladder. I like these, the nice big flat platform on them for standing for those of us with the Sasquatch style feet. Anyway, this is for $20, your two-step steel stool there. And what do we got here? We got the 1-step folding stool here. This is the fold-up one for $7. I don't know the price on those. I've seen those. You see those things everywhere. Oh, and look, we got them in white and another step stool and $6.99. I'll be honest, I don't know how good they are comparative because I never knew my real stool. Come on, dad jokes for the win. All right. The Hardy gloves. I got to tell you, these gloves hold up, man. I've had them. I'm a big fan of mechanics. I've used mechanics gloves for years. I got some of the Hardys. They're good. They're good gloves. That's all I can say about it. Zip ties, lots and lots of zip ties. We can say they're zip ties. And the Ranger Light duty foam knee pads. Yep. Remember, family friendly channel. We're just going to leave that right there. Anyway, here's what I do have to say, which is, remember, getting a good deal and a good sale and getting some great tools, it's all good and stuff. But remember, this is Memorial Day weekend, so take a few minutes to sit back, reflect about why we're taking the time out this weekend. I know it's the start of summer. Everyone's excited. There's going to be barbecuing and grilling. I got some steaks and some brats we're going to throw on the grill. But we're also going to take some time to say thank you, and a special Semper Fi to some of my family members out there. We appreciate everything you do. Anyway, that's all this bear has for you today. You all take care, God bless, and as always, shine on.